Hello and welcome, my Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your What Do I Need read for this full moon in Gemini to new moon next in Sagittarius. Last day of November is the full moon to December 14th. Yeah, it's exactly a 2-week deal when the moon goes into Sagittarius. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, Leo rising. You can call me Mal. Hi! Hey. My subscribers, welcome back. Hello. I love my Leos. Y'all are so much fun. I've always had fun with Leos in my life, cowardly or otherwise, you know, it's a spectrum. Very much my pleasure to be reading you this day before Thanksgiving here in the United States, picking up a dear friend of mine, just the two of us. We're going to be ordering in and watching old movies and having a lovely evening. So looking forward to that and wishing you the very best and the very blessed of whatever you're doing. This is probably going to come out the day after Thanksgiving. I'm just recording stuff and looking at the schedule. The creative artist in us, right, Leo? So anyway, this is a very, very specific reading. It's not a timeless reading. We are looking at a What Do I Need read, a 7-card draw, 7 different decks, 3 healing systems, 2 oracles, 2 tarot decks, 1 card each, just to give you clues, tips, and hints about what we need, because I am a Leo rising, this full moon in Gemini to the new moon next in Sag. Now, the full moon is actually at 4:30 a.m. It's a full moon on Monday. So obviously Sunday night's going to be your better night to do any full moon work that you want to do if you want to catch the waxing side of it. But the new moon is weird because it's a new moon on Monday. Simon Laban, we love you. 11:17 a.m. Eastern, but it goes void, of course, at the same time. It happens. It just doesn't happen that often. So, yeah, you're going to have to wait until 10:35 p.m. if you actually want to do lunar or intentional magic work, but it will be in Capricorn, and that's not bad. That's not bad either. Cool. So it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Stay focused in your breath. I will do the same. All the decks that I'm reading are in the description box all the way at the bottom. My cuff became unbuttoned spontaneously on its own. So yeah, feel what resonates in your body as I do this. I will do the same, being in the here and now to bring you the guidance and the grace. It's been a busy morning. It's been a morning of prayer and phone calls and stuff. So so let's get up in this gig. Anything else? Yeah, I covered all the things I need to do. Let's do this. Cats running around in the background. Boys! Mama voice. Here we go. And we begin. Breathe. My collective pantheons. Yes, first official read of the day. I agree. I know, and I'm wearing a white shirt too. Please, I look like a waiter. Please, not that there's anything wrong with that. Please, my collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. I need 1 card in clarity, one of the Caroline Mace archetype deck cards to represent the dominant archetypal activity going on, the archetypal dynamic, the soul power being alchemized from lead to gold, shadow to light, toxic to healthy. For this Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs from this full moon in Gemini to new moon next in Sagittarius, November and December, into December, right? Wow. 2020, we've got the magical child, and I'm going to say the we on that because everybody has the child archetype. Maybe not everybody has the magical child. There are sub-patterns within, but for a Leo, it's incredibly powerful. I hope, well, that's what I mean. It's like, how hard is it to tap into the magical child during this time of year with the holidays and all of that? But it's 2020, right? So we can see, wait till you hear this one, the shadow into the light. This is waning moon. You want to, if you think of lead and gold, lead has 3 more atoms and gold you want to burn off, alchemize, transform from here to here, right? So the shadow attributes, just think 2020, all the inner children within all of us, right? Pessimism, depression, and disbelief in miracles. It's been a year. Believing that energy and action are not required for growth. And look, we fall into that. Sometimes that forces us into the very rest we need to take as well. So sometimes it's just written that way in your life, right? You just like give up. It's like, well, it's going to work out. But yeah, there is a spiritual passivity there that's not so much about being in surrender as it is giving up. The light attribute, not giving up, right? The big diff. The light attribute, what we're shooting for, seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. Now, this is why I recommend people just dip toes into quantum stuff, right? Look into it, because you're like, oh my God, it's like even Stephen Hawking kind of got this, right? Even though it's ineffable. To me, the quantum aspect is what human minds are trying to do, the ineffable divine plan, and that would be the ineffable divine plan. Good luck. But that magical child can believe in that, right? It's very Harry Potter. It's very well, and if you have the orphan archetype, the orphan archetype is often healed in tandem with the magical child, right? Even if you're not a literal orphan. Fascinating. We're off. We are off. Lens survival archetype. Everybody has the child, but we are dealing with the magical child, and again, that can be in somebody else, that can be within ourselves. I don't know. I'm going to say from the Leos that I've been with, in all sorts of shapes and sizes in terms of relationship, right? Like girlfriends and all that stuff, that there is that innocent fun. Come on, let's have fun, and maybe we burn the village down, maybe we don't, right? Past life Leos, breathe. Healing with the Angels Oracle, Doreen Virtue. This feels good. I have a good feeling about this read. Please. Okay. My angels and my archangels of fire and the sign of Leo, my Michaelites, please. One card in clarity. What is the healing angel that the Leo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs need? I can feel the vibe on this. Need to call upon, to work with, to invite, to invoke this full moon in Gemini. This full moon in Gemini. New moon next in Sagittarius, and you know what? That energy is very Gemini and Sagittarius. That sort of mutable air, mutable fire. November, December 2020. Surrender and release. Now that's very interesting, considering we're just talking about surrender and release in the sense of believing that energy and action are not required for growth. I mean, overall, the child archetype, regardless of magical or nature child, divine child, eternal child, is a bunch. That's a carpool. It's the guardian of safety and innocence and about responsibility, right? Like how we learn to survive, a survival family archetype. Everybody's got the child, the victim, the saboteur, and the prostitute archetype, and it's, believe me, it's so much deeper. Sacred Contracts, Carolyn Mays, just go read it. Trust me. Go listen to YouTube's on it. Go watch YouTube's. Watch her talk about it. She's amazing. So surrender and release, right? That thing of how there is a spiritual surrender that is very active. And it's surrender to the divine. It's saying, okay, then if this is the child in me, and yes, do the inner child work, right? Give that child of your heart the love that only you can give it. It's a whole other conversation, but completely relevant here. At the same time, it is turning to, if not the divine, like the divine child would, certainly surrendering to the universe, right? In that sense of the probability, saying, use me. All right, if I've got a destiny, if I'm living my own Harry Potter life, right, under the stairs, where am I? Am I at Hogwarts? Am I already in aura? Right? Surrender. I let go and let God. I let go and let Goddess. I let go and let the universe. You show me, take me on a journey, but I'm going to have to get. This is Dorothy Gale too. This is, although these are orphan archetypes as well, that magical child, when it has to kind of surrender and let go and trust. I mean, Leos, we're not known for submitting to power, are we? Used to being the power to which others submit. Just saying, what's going on the inside? Let's ask the goddesses, right? The yin stuff. What you need to be aware of inside of yourself, because you need to alchemize the magical child. And again, this could be in somebody else in your life or a situation that you're in. But what would the angel of surrender and release do, right? Don't think of it as a job, like it's good at it. Like it went to angel school specifically to nail surrender and release, right? To help you let go, to heal, and maybe even surrender and release your healing of pessimism and depression and disbelief in miracles to something higher. Yeah. My goddesses, please, one card in clarity. That just took on a different note, didn't it? Please, for this Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, please, great maidens, great mothers, great crones of the element of fire and the sign of Leo. One card in clarity for this Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. What do they need to be aware of inside of themselves this full moon in Gemini, the new moon next in Sagittarius? November into December, no, November into December 2020. Four of Cups. In this deck, Sorrow. Now, it does look a little Five of Cup-ish, but it's not. The Five of Cup in Daughters of the Moon Tarot is the storm, right? And even some cups are bobbing in the sea, and some are nearly submerged. This is about emotional release, but at a 4, it can often come through a period of emotional rest. Yes, can be dissatisfaction. It says sorrow on the card, but then we're definitely looking at the sadness of the magical child whose dream did not come true in 2020 or in a particular situation, or maybe in this waning moon tide that you're going through. Now, we'll see that in the next card. In fact, let's just go there, because I could dive into, I'm an empath, man. I could dive into that Four of Cups. I have stuff I got to do today. I don't need an hour. I'm going to need an hour to recover from that. It's not going to happen. So, Mythic Tarot, the gods, right? And here we've got Apollo, right? God of clarity and prophecy and truth and light. Breathe. I'm telling you, if the Sun card with Apollo comes out, my gods of fire and the sign of Leo, Apollo in particular, please cast your light. What does this look like? What do we need? Wait, this is personal now. What do we need to be aware of in the outside world, in our yang, in the external physical literal world for the Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, this full moon in Gemini, the new moon next in Sagittarius, please. We've got the magical child needs to be alchemized, surrender and release. That angel needs to be called in to help them heal that. Help us heal what? The Four of Cups, some emotional dissatisfaction, some meh at best, just absolute depression and take me, I'm done kind of vibe. What does this look like on the outside? We got Hermes. We got the Judgment card, honey. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Information's coming in. Information, something's going to happen. Now, sure, that's what I mean. The card is called Sorrow, and I get it. And she's seaside, right? There are ebbs and waves and flows. This is probably not a major... There might be a peak of it, but you know how it comes and goes over a couple of days or a week or a month or a year, depending on what it is. But this is a waning moon. It's a good time to what? Release and let this stuff go. But with the Judgment card, yes, sure, it might be the portend of an ending, but at least you see what's real, right? Hermes, the psychopomp, the guide of souls. He can go in between Olympus, the mortal world, the underworld. I mean, he don't need the river Styx speed pass. He got wingy feet. You know, wings, and I love him. So cute. So smart. God of liars, gamblers, and thieves. I've dated him in so many bodies, you have no idea. So, you know, the surrender and release thing, it does feel like there's a healing in place here. And if it's alchemizing that weight that led into to that infinite possibility through surrender, it feels like there's a divine hand in play here. Just going to say, particularly with the Judgment card, right? It's major arcana. You only got one major arcana out of the 2 tarot that we pulled. So let's keep going. The Ascended Masters are going to give us one of these cards here. The Chuck Spezzano Love Pack. 4 suits, luck, grace, healing, or the problem. What is it that the Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign needs to be aware of? Breathe. Yeah, I'm not kidding here, neither are you. My Ascended Masters, please, one card in clarity. Sure, feet on the floor. One card in clarity for the Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs for this full moon in Gemini, the new moon next in Sagittarius, please. Again, magical child, surrender and release. Four of Cups, sorrow, with judgment, a revelation. Something's going to be revealed here in the outside world that this is all going to make so much more sense. Please, what is the piece of luck, the piece of healing, the piece of grace, or the piece of the problem we need to be aware of? This full moon to new moon next to revenge. My darlings, it's very Wile E. Coyote. I'll say that in this picture, right? Look, when the child within us is vengeful, could I, particularly if it's a magical child. Oh, what I could do with I could just reach behind me and grab something. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying necessarily I hate this term, but it's so funny to me, a magical user. You know, everybody's a witch, but people do magic all day. They just don't know it, right? So, what are your revenge fantasies? Start there. That's the shadow. So much of the shadow, and dear waning moon, that's the time to do shadow work. And look where we are. We're in between Samhain and Yule, Halloween, Christmas, whatever. I'm more Sabbath oriented, right? So this is the thing. There is inner child work to be done here, no question. And honestly, now I'm going to Abraham Hicks this for a moment. Emotional guidance scale. Bear with me. On the emotional guidance scale, if you know what I'm talking about, right? There's depression at the very, very bottom, but then there's revenge. And it's a step along the way up, feeling better and better and better and better. So, you know, is surrender and release, is it allowing this child to feel that revenge without acting on it? Right? My mom was, and really still in a big way is, nursery school teacher, right? So she, with this Montessori school, I mean, there's just a lot there. It's what made me the teacher that I am. She would totally be the one to be like, all right, look, you're out of hand right now, so let's just, here's a pillow, you do what you got to do, I love you, right? Scream it out. I mean, when you were a little kid, right? But she didn't let us torch the house, right? Bosco, why'd you torch the house? Was laughing at me. Judy Tenuta, bless your soul. Right? So what are your to allow it, because it, believe me, from that child's point of view, it feels justified in wanting to do what it does, but it is the child, right? And underneath that rage, that revenge is usually what? Depression, sadness. That anger is a compensation for loss of power and pain. Just how it is. I didn't write that rule. I didn't make that up just now off my H&M cuff. Let's keep going. We've got 2 healing systems on the table, an oracle and 2 tarot. Let's get you the whisper of love. The higher selves are always really good with inner child stuff, because to them we are sort of like their inner child. It's like Russian nesting dolls. I hope there's a season 2 of Russian Doll. I really loved that series. I may watch it again. Oh, that might be my holiday. Gotta get out. Take a nice deep breath. Yes, the higher selves of all involved, perhaps my own included, more inner child work. Okay. My beloved higher self and the higher selves of all involved, please, one card in clarity, a whisper of love. From the whisper of love oracle, what is a piece of information, inspiration, or insight most needed by the the Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs this full moon in Gemini? To new moon next in Sagittarius, November into December 2020. Have faith. Trust your faith in this situation, sweethearts. It is so hard to find trust right now in something external. This is saying, trust in your faith. Trust in your higher power. How is faith developed without uncertainty. It's not a loss of faith to be uncertain. It's an alchemization of it. It's a growing process, my child. My child speaking to my child of my heart simultaneously. You say to that child silently, no one needs to know. That's why you spend the whole day with your kid in your heart. No one needs to know. I'm a Virgo still. I mean, I'm a Leo. Look at me. People say, why do you look so young? It's like, I don't know. 20, 30 years of inner child work. And the tears of small children with any decent Lancome products. It's a horrible joke, but I love it. I'll never let it go. Because if anybody thinks I really mean it, they've got more problems than a card reading is going to deal with. Okay, so have faith. So there is absolutely that faith in yourself, the faith in the divine plan. And again, like I'm saying, there's a divine piece here. Major Arcana for me isn't just spiritual energy. It's often, this is like a divine intervention card. This, you know what this is? This is Deus Ex Machina. I can't believe 52 years on this planet, 40 of which are reading cards. I've never called this the Deus Ex Machina card, but my God, it totally is. Wow. Hang in there. One more card, and I think this will be a fun one, let's hope. The Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn. I highly recommend it. I'm not connected to Hay House or Matt Kahn in any way, other than through the love of, an ongoing love of Hay House, actually, since I was, oh my God, a teenager. So I'm going to really suggest that you check out Matt Kahn anyway, particularly because you're dealing with inner child stuff. He deals with it in a really brilliant way. He's on YouTube. Matt Kahn, all for love, K-A-H. I'm very pro-Kahn. Madeline, Chaka, Matt, breathe. All right, my Ascended Masters, last card down. No joking, too, because we got the Revenge card on the table here, and we are Leos. And you add magic to that mix. Oh, no. Oh, no. Black candles at midnight. Again! Please, my Ascended Masters, one card in clarity for the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sun. What is the mantra we most need? This full moon in Gemini to new moon next in Sagittarius, November, December 2020, considering magical child, surrender and release. 4 of Cups, which isn't 5 of Cups, which isn't horrible, but judgment, like I said, Deus Ex Machina, something's coming in from the divine here, but that we need to be aware of revenge. Now, it is true that might be a vibe, they're just throwing this in now, that might be a vibe around us too. Right? But if there are trust issues in place here, that's understandable, because have faith. Have faith in this situation. Trust your faith in this situation. So please, my Ascended Masters, not that I ever joke about this stuff, but no joke. What's the perfect healing mantra for us? Particularly with the holidays and the magical child. This full moon to new moon next. Invoking self-realization. You'll dig this. You want to talk magic? Here's some magic. Invoking self-realization. Each breath confirms how awake I already am. Work. I'll just read it to you. Oh, and the garbage truck is here. Thought it already came. The melodic tones. But, you know, blessed be. Blessed be. Necessary inconvenience. It's fine. Hasn't 2020 knocked the crap a lot of that stuff out of us? It's like, yeah, whatever. It's fine. Thank you. Blessed be. Seriously. Invoking self-realization. Watch how I make it my own. Breathe. Each breath confirms how awake I already am. Self-realization is a spontaneous remembrance of your interconnection to all that is, period. Hold on one second there, right? It's a spontaneous thing. Is it something that you can make happen? Well, it is invoking self-realization, and it's through the breath. You are willing to embrace your individuality as a unique expression of source in physical form. Right? So you got, okay, we're all one thing. It's very unity consciousness, but that I am a unique expression of the divine in form, a magical child. By aligning with the breath, You see that while you appear to be a person, it is the universe that breathes everything into existence. And there is an exploration there if you ever want to take it. Right? That's just an open door. That's always, you always got to breathe, right? To really partner with the breath, align with the breath, let it take you, because you'll find, and I have had this experience so many times, particularly through breath work and meditation and all that stuff, where you're not doing the breathing, the universe is breathing you. Right? Because you got to breathe. What are you going to do? Yeah, hold your breath, right? They'll just knock you out and put that breath right back into you unless it's your time, right? And that's the thing. We exhale in this world that last time, and then we inhale the next breath in the next world. That's how it goes. This mantra is ideal for reducing stress, managing pain, and relaxing the nervous system. Hello? You know, if your magical child is depressed, deep rest. That's the answer. I mean, it's right there in the word. I know it's oversimplification, but it's a general read. But look, I feel for you, Leos, if you are going through this or if you are dealing with somebody as that magical child in your life that you need to surrender and release, that you're feeling a little meh about, but there's Deus Ex Machina, but the revenge stuff, that's, I won't say the fly in the ointment, I'm going to say here is the piece of lead, whether this is you or somebody else, that you can have faith and trust and stay woke. I know that woke used to mean such a powerful thing. Now it's used too much and it's being diluted. But we're talking about being spiritually awake in the present moment. As a magical child, that puts you into touch with experiences of the infinity of quantum possibility and probability, indicated in the belief that everything is possible. And then magic happens. So, may the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need. This full moon to new moon next November into December, that the magical child within them, around them, may call and get the surrender and release that they need with that healing angel, particularly in terms of the revenge within them. That child that has been hurt, that has been depressed, that has been sad, that it may be heard, so it may have faith and trust that as they breathe, they are confirming how awake they are, how alert they are, how true they are. That though inside there are emotions balancing out and healing and getting ready to change, that there is Deus Ex Machina here for you, my child, a lightning bolt, not the tower, but a revelation coming to your magical, innocent eyes. And so, may the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, that child within them be blessed with all that they need to heal, to learn, to grow, to be the best that they can be, fulfilling their role in the divine plan, and through quantum unity, the universe breathing through all of us. All of our hearts are healed. So what would it be? And so it is. Happy Thanksgiving. Like if you like it. Subscribe if you want more. Comment. Are you the magical child? Where are you on this scale? If you can say so online. Otherwise, wishing you all the very best and the very blessed of this full moon to new moon. Next, my Leos. Hail. Farewell and blessed.